Hi everybody, welcome back to my crafty desk. My name is Sandra and I think today I'm just going to work on some journals. That may be what I do for a little while with some ephemera here and there, getting that done. There's some pieces that I've been really wanting to work on. So I decided on my journals of 12 that I've got, I'll just pull them out really quick. So here's one of them. This is the one I want to work on. There's this one. That's 2, 3, 4. This one still doesn't have its topper figured out. Would that be 5? And then same with this one, 6. I have 7, 8. Whoops, some stuff is figured out, not all of it. Whoops, and I'm getting it all tangled up. 8. Let's see. 9. 10. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess just grabbing them. 10. I just have pieces laid out like that I think I want to put on them. 11. Here's a purple one. And I think these pieces went with this. Went with one of these, I'm not sure which one. And then, of course, then there's 12. So, what I did on all of these journals is I used the envelopes, those manila, is it the manila envelopes? I folded them in half, and then I just decoupaged tissue and or napkin and or what was it, just that? Tissue papers? Yeah, tissue papers and napkins. So, and then I came up, and then after I did that, some of them I added some gesso on there just to kind of tone down the colors that were on it if I wasn't in love with it. This one I just tried my hand at sewing around it. I'm not very good at that, but I like the what do you call it? I just like I like that I did it. I like that it's not perfect. It's perfectly imperfect, and that's okay with me. So I have decided though on these journals that I'm not going to force myself to continue on the path that I started on a couple years ago. I think it's been a couple of years now. Or maybe a year and a half, I don't know. I'm not going to force myself to follow the same exact path. I'm going to be who I am at this moment in time and continue them with a new creative mindset. I mean, that's fine. That's okay, right? We can do that. I can still take with the parts that I love of these, and then I can move forward. So, and that's what I'm going to do. So, I pulled out the blue one anyhow, because that's the one I want to work on right now. There are some things that I've added to this that I know I want to incorporate. So this is going to be, I know this is going to be the on the front of this. So these are all the pieces that I pulled. How they're going to play out, I don't know, because I don't want this to be completely hidden. If I'm going to use a piece like this, it needs to be showcased somewhat. So maybe this piece is too big, I don't know, or maybe I didn't even want to use all of that. But I mean, you know, I know that these are parts that I liked when I was pulling it out, so I am going to go with that. And right there, see, I just had to play with that. Thank you. That's all, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. So now I know I like that. I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to the outside of that just to make it to exactly the way I like it. This saying right here is from a digi-kit that I got off of Etsy. I'm not positive who it was, but I think it could have been Calico Collage. So this is a napkin, and I have lots of these in my stash, and then I already have some washi tape. I never finished doing the, putting anything over here on the spine, and mostly because I hadn't decided if I was going to add more like lace and stuff. And, I probably will add some lace because I love it. So inside here on all of these, I've already got the insides in there. So this is just some scrapbook paper. So I did decoupage on the inside as well with another tissue paper, and then I created this piece right here. I sewed up the edges before I glued this down and to make my pockets, and I did cut in between here to keep from the bulk. I didn't seal the side pockets because once we get the signature sewed in, it's going to keep stuff from going over to this side, and it just allows me, or you, whoever gets this journal, a little bit more freedom to, you know, slide some stuff in there. So you can see like it's popping up here and there with all the glue and the ridges and stuff, and that's okay. Those are things that we can address as we move forward getting this together. So now I went through my signature, and none of them are complete. So I know, so I want to make sure what I have in here so far is what I like. So a creamy piece of linen paper, some avocado dyed music, a coffee dye, and it looks like it has some avocado residue on there, residue of the dyeing. A piece of my stationery. I love this piece. It's so cute. It's got the cream, so it kind of looks like the other cream. This, oh, I can feel it. This is one of my original background jelly prints that I made. It's got the blues in there, so that's fine. A piece of blue copy paper. Yep, and then we have coffee dye paper. An entire piece of wallpaper. So, you know, is this a waste of the whole piece of wallpaper? Should it be cut and made into something else? I don't know. I like it for now. This is some stationery paper that I have, and it's already multicolored. However, did I coffee dye this one? I avocado dyed it. So I know I avocado dyed it because it's pink on the inside. And so when it did that, it just blended these colors even more, which I love. So that's going to stay. This is a white doily. I did not dye it or anything. I just put a nice white one in there. And then my coffee dye. And then this effect was from Bubble Wrap. So clearly I do not have enough papers in here. So I should have counted that when I was doing that. I'm going to count that one as one. I'm going to count that as one. So 2, and then we'll have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm not counting these little tiny ones. I just don't think that they're that substantial. So if I find that I'm putting a lot of stuff on them and I'm making them substantial, I'll probably need to think about that. But for now, I have 8 pieces, and I want to add some more. So I'm going to grab this giant pad of 180 sheets that I started with, because that's a lot of paper and I need to use it. I love them. I bought it at full price, $22.99. But I love them, so I'm going to use them. So we need to add some paper in here. So I thought I would just turn the camera on and I'll let you see if you want to hang out with me while I choose my papers. I like watching other people when they're choosing their stuff, just to see what they choose, how they go about it. So I know it's that really pretty blue. So I'm not going to worry about that, but I do have these different shades in here, and I kind of want to make sure, you know, that I'm pulling some of these colors, maybe since it's in the cover, and that is staying because it is glued down. So kind of want to make sure, kind of want to make sure that matches, or not matches, but is cohesive. Yes, that's a much better word. So we want them to be cohesive, and we want them to be in the blues. I do. I want them to be in the blues. So I feel like this is nice. Let me see. I like that. I think, I don't know if it's the perfect blue one, but I think for the inside of the pack, but I think so. I mean, I think it looks nice. Looks good with the coffee dye. Looks good with the cream. It's a little bit of a gray, so maybe we will just hold on a second. I've got so many pieces ripped out. Let me make some room. Oh my gosh, the biggest struggle is constantly making room, not having my stuff clear across the room when I'm doing a video, and making room at the same time. So, kind of like this. Now, is it going to look good with the others though in here? I think so. It's like a denim-y. Denim-y? It's a, let's just keep on making up words. So, I don't know. I went too far into the book. I think I need to love it right away. So I think that's got some of those greens. I think this might be nice in there. Let's pull that one out. My gosh, it's so cold in my basement. So let's see. I'm not really sure. kind of like that one too. I mean, like, I know it's supposed to be blues, but I need those greens. But maybe I should kind of stick with the, oh, I don't know. I just don't know. Let's just take it out. Eventually, all these papers are gonna have to come out. I need to use them, right? So, what better way to do it? Oh, see, I should have just waited for a stripe. And I kind of like that. Is it the right blues? I think not. Not today. These are. So this book right here, like, I don't know if you remember me saying in an earlier video, but it's got all the same kind of prints, but they're like different shades, I guess, is what I've been coming across. So like the tones are different. So I don't know if they're the identical same papers, but the tones are different as we move through the book. So that's a nice pretty green. I like that one too. What to do? Well, this is going to take me forever at this rate, so let me just do this, because I just want to get a couple more sheets out and just stick them in there. I use that one a lot. Maybe this is the better tone. Let's see. Is this the same one? Yeah, I think that's where this page came from. Okay, so maybe if I stick down here, there, I will get some of those colors. And really, I need to make sure it's looking good with the cover, because inside I can do whatever I want to switch it up, right? And then I think what I'm doing is I'm like searching for that bright blue. I don't think that bright blue is going to be in here. Is that more of a brighter blue? Maybe. Yeah, I like that. Let's put a paper clip in it. Pretty creamy. Aw, am I not gonna find the blue that I want? That's okay. That's okay. I have other things I can choose from later on if I need. Okay, maybe this one, it's got enough of the cream in there. I think that will work. It's just breaking up a little bit so it's not just that grayish blue, because I really want to get a brighter blue. But I don't think I'm gonna find it. Oh, and actually I think I'm gonna switch it out for this one. Or I'll keep both of them just in case. And now I have that green too. That's good. Wow. Welcome to the Sandra struggle bus. All right. I think I'm gonna put this stack away, because I could probably just keep pulling papers out all day long. Oh, take that out. We didn't even use that one, did we? Okay, I'm gonna put that right there so I can put these papers back if I don't use them. So now what I want to do is I'm just gonna cut all of these down right now. So that way if I want to use them in this, I sure can. Boy, I'll tell you, on those estate sales, I found some fabulous fabrics. Some vintage, I call them vintage. I don't know if they are. Maybe I should quit using that word. I found some amazing prints with like on some sheets and some other fabrics. And I was thinking I should just cut them down to like normal sizes that I would use. Maybe like with extras to be left over. Maybe like 16 by 16 pieces or 16 by 12, something like that. So that I can actually pull them out and use them. And then I can also use them when I'm doing giveaways, and also get my packs ready for selling when I'm selling the packs of stuff or things like that. So paper cutter. I was thinking I probably should get that done. No time like the present, right? I just need to clean my room so I have my craft room so that I have some room to like open these things up on. Let's see, I think I need a ruler. That's always helpful. Let me see. Now these I use those envelopes, so it should be a, whoops, let's see, this should be. So I know this is gonna be 6, so I'm probably gonna wanna cut my papers down by like 5.5, just to make sure they all stay in there. I don't wanna have to mess too much. And it's by 9, so maybe I'll cut them by 8.5. So if I'm gonna go 5.5, that's gonna be 11, 5.5 wide, because I'm gonna fold it in half, that's gonna be 11. So let's do that. We're gonna go 11. but I don't want that skinny piece right away, so maybe we'll do the 8.5 first and get the short and get a bigger chunk. Yes. Yep, that's it. So does that make sense? So now I have this big giant piece instead of a sliver of this cut off. I have more of this to use. I have a 12 by, what is that? 1, 2, 3.5. 12 by 3.5. Now I will cut this by the 11. And then I just have this little strip right here. So same thing with this one. So this one right here is a pattern. So I want to make sure that I'm going to cut this right. So I know that this side, this way is going to be the 8.5. And I'm going to go, let me see where this is going to land. I don't really want to cut that butterfly off. I just want to cut that edge off. But, okay. So see where it's jaggedy right there? So I'm going to have to just cut the tippy tip off there, and then I'm just gonna have to, so this is what I'm gonna mess up with that big strip, because I'm gonna do something different. Am I doing this right? Yes. Am I doing it right? I think I am. We'll find out in a minute. We'll find out in a minute. So I know I want this to be 8.5 this way also, so I should have just cut that off. I liked this better, huh? Dilemmas. Does it matter? I need to quit being so crazy here. Okay. Let me go as far as I want to go on this first. And let's do that. And then do this. We'll just keep going and going. Does anybody else do this? Overanalyze it, overthink it. Just do it. 8.5 I want to go. Okay. Well, that just messed up that whole thing for the long piece, but that's okay. That is okay. So 11. And then here I go again. So maybe 11.5 there. Maybe I'll do 11.5 on that one. And then 11 on this one. And then that gives me my 11.5, right? No. I'm being silly now for sure. Okay. I already cut it off. Good night. No, yes, I need 11. Well, clearly I wasn't ready to get back on here and start crafting. Oh, all right. 11, because 5.5 and 5.5 is 11. That was a fun little trip there, wasn't it? So 8.5 here. Cut this one down. Anyways, this is just a craft with me video, pretty much. Just didn't want to craft by myself, so thought I'd bring you along. Way. And then 11. And maybe stay away from those pattern things for a while. Silly, silly. Okay, 8.5. Oops. And there we go. So let's get this out of the way. And so I don't know if anybody here struggles like I do with pulling out that paper cutter and then putting it back and pulling it out and putting it back. And where do you stick such a thing that has a blade that always wants to fall off? And I don't want to run over it with my chair. I don't want to trip over it when I get out of my chair. I don't want to just like lay it on the ground and then stuff gets stacked on it. I'm always afraid I'm going to break it. And, then what am I gonna do if I don't have a paper cutter? So anyhow, if any of you struggle with that, there's something I found on accident that's been working for me lately, and I thought I would share that with you really quick. Just a little tip, So you know those, it's very thin, those things that you get for your, like your books or your recipe pads in your kitchen or anything like that. It's like one of these little things. I have this one, and it's just thin, a thin wood, like wooden one. And so I've been, have it off to the side, and I've just been sticking my thing in there just like this so that my little flap is down right there, my blade's not falling off, and then I can put it right there. And then I also have a little bit of room left over if I'm like sticking papers there that I want to cut, and I pull them out, I can just stick them right there. So accidental thing that's an accidental find of mine that I have been finding very helpful. So I thought I'd share that with you. It is one of the things I've struggled with. And I use them, like I guess it's an iPad holder. That's what I was using it for, is an iPad holder. And I thought, I don't need my iPad, so down here, except just to transfer a video to when I'm done. So I just have it laying next to my, on a little stool next to my chair here. So that iPad holder, that's what I call it, it's an iPad holder. That iPad holder was just collecting dust, and I just thought, one day when I was cleaning my desk, I was setting it aside, and I thought, I was moving things around, and my paper cutter, and I knew I was going to be using it, so I had my paper cutter in my hand. I was like, what am I going to do with this? And so I just set it in there, like for a second, for something, for just to hold it for me for a second, and I thought, wow, that fits in there nicely. And then even if I was going to set that on the floor or on something else next to me, like it's in that holder, so it's not like slipping, like, you know, falling around. See what I'm talking about? Anyhow. So I'm going to keep all of these because this would make a cute little notebook or flappy of some kind if I use all these papers in this journal. So now, and then these strips also are nice, and they're a nice size. So I think I would still be able to use these. And that has been my goal lately, and it's been working out pretty good, is to use as many of my scraps as possible in the journal that I'm working on. Because I'm tired of I'm tired of sorting my scraps. I think I've sorted and resorted those things so many times. It's just killing me. It's killing me. So yeah, see, I like that. Isn't that pretty? That is very pretty. And I can bring that bright blue in with like this lace, you know, so I can put that in there, and that's gonna tie that in. Nice. So now I have this right here, and I have that green. So maybe I want to put this green someplace else in here. I also have, oh, I turned that, did I turn this whole thing upside down? I did, which is fine, except for I wanted it like that. Oh no, oh no, there I go again. There, now it's right, okay. Oh my gosh, somebody save me from myself. And that's pretty, I do like that. Do I like that? No. I think I'll just go with it, Sandra, just go with it. First choice, just go with it. Don't overthink it. Right? And that's the key. Just don't overthink it. Oh, I love this. It's so pretty. And I'm thinking maybe kind of like that. And, oh my, I didn't even count how many papers we were doing. Was anybody else keeping track for me? I don't want that, but I could go like that. I like that. And then I still need a middle piece, so, I mean, I guess, I don't think this is going to be the middle piece. And I mean, I don't have to have like I can do whatever I want now. Maybe we'll do like an envelope or something later on. Okay, now, what is happening here? So as you can see, these papers, the ones that I had Oh, and some of those, the ones that I had originally though, I don't think I cut those down to the 5.5, but that's okay. That is okay. So they're all inside pretty much. I'll probably trim down this one and this one a little bit more. So I'm thinking I'm just going to keep it folded, and I'm going to go to 5 1/4. 5 1/4 sounds good to me. And then I'm going to just throw those away because I know I'm not going to use them. And then this one I'm going to, whoops, sorry. Oh my gosh, I always slam that. I'm so sorry. I'm going to just tear this, but I'm going to use my grid here. I'm going to put the folded side on that line as best I can, and then I'm going to use these lines here. You can see the dots. I mean, I'm calling these dots a line. It's a line of dots. So put those there, and I'm just going to go to the next dots, maybe right here. Actually, I'm going to go all the way into this line because I think I'm going to keep this a little bit shorter. Let's see how good I can do this. The paper's thin, and it was coffee dyed, so made for easy tearing. Yay. And then that'll be a little bit shorter than that, and I like that. Do you like that? Whoops. Oh, and that, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so much more comfortable with those. I see this butterfly one still up a little bit high, but I think I'm okay with that for now. So yeah, I think that's good. And I think I pulled out, well, I guess I can count these strips right here. So we had 8, and then we have 9, 10, 11, and 12, and 13. So that gives me room to play if I want to add more papers. And I'm not going to sew this in right now just because I might be adding more papers. Now, the other thing I did with these books is I had already pulled out things that I wanted to make a belly band with. So I had this folded for so long that I think I want to iron it before I make my belly band. So I do have that. And then I also have this tray here. So let's see. But I was keeping things in there that I was going to play with. So here's some things I was going to play with to make stuff. So maybe I'll pull that out. And then these, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this madness. These are, I guess I can just take this out here. Look at that there. So these are all the bags. I had already taken these bags and I had decoupaged the coordinating tissue, whatever was on the front cover, their bag. So this bag is going to end up inside of it. So there's, and then each bag, as I was making this stuff, because I was actually working pretty diligently on this, each bag has a pack of, it's going to be the last one. Oh, no, close to the last. Here it is. Here's the one for this one. And I think they're all the same. And as I was making the stuff, I was filling their bags with their goodies. So let's see what we've got going on. I don't remember. Okay, so looks like I've got some stuff made. That's cool. Oh, and some ideas. Maybe we should do a couple of these. We can even do a video on that just to show. So see how the bag would just go on the page. Isn't that pretty? I mean, I could pull the blue in right there, but I don't think I'm going to do it like boom, 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 boom. I'm going to put it back here a little bit more. So let's see. Maybe like, okay, we've got that another pretty blue. It's not quite the same kind, but it's a brighter. We'll go with that. It's bright. I don't care for that. I don't care for it next to that. That's already got enough going on right there. And so let's see. I mean, that's pretty. This is the back cover. Yeah, the back cover also has it. So we're getting close to the middle here. I better make a decision. Ooh, that would be pretty, I think, would it? Yes. And that would take up that white page. Isn't that gorgeous? And then now we have a place where we can create a pocket or a tuck spot. I think I'm actually, because this paper is thin, I think I'm actually going to glue it down. I may do something a little bit up here and use some of that paper. And I think I'm gonna make this, so this is the pocket here, and then and then it'll be a tuck spot here. Doesn't that sounds like a plan. So let's get this paper clipped onto this page, and I know that's where that's gonna go. Kind of just doing a rough, a dry run at this. So there's that, and then I also, what else do we have in this bag? We know we have the belly band. It's gonna be a fabric belly band, which I think is gonna be quite lovely and nice in there. Oh, it looks like, okay, I made a, oh no, I thought it was just a journal card. So this must be a card, obviously. And I took the wallpaper, the coordinating wallpaper that I used in here to create a little pocket. It's gonna be a pocket and a flip up of journaling space. So wasn't that clever, Sandra? See, I guess I knew what I was doing for a minute. We'll continue on. Oh, that's pretty on the front, isn't it? Oh, I think so. Let's just put that there. Wow, if it's gonna be this easy with all the journals, maybe I'll get them all done. And then this is, oh, I used junk mail envelope to, so I know what I did here. I opened up the entire, so I cut it in half, and so I opened up the entire end of it, cut it in half, opened it up, and then it made it so much easier to glue all that stuff inside there. That's a digi kit from somebody off of Etsy. And then it looks like I used a different language. I mean, I don't know what language that is. So, and also some digi kit right here as well. So this is going to be a pocket. Did I make something to go inside here? I did not. So I haven't made anything to go inside there, but it also can be a tuck spot as well. Why not? Let's just stuff it. Stuff it, stuff it. So we've got a pocket on this side, and I have a bag on this side, so maybe I should do something on this side. I think this would be nice right there on this white page. And we just need a journal card. Well, we need a lot more stuff, but it definitely needs a journal card to go inside. And then, let's see, I made, what else did I make? Oh, look at this, is from a game. It's pretty thick and heavy duty. I think I was kind of like debating whether to use this as a, like on an actual page just because it's so thick, or to decorate the back of it and then just use it as something that pops in that back, because it does have some firmness onto it. I don't know yet. We'll have to see as this journal goes, but it looks like this is the journal card I made for it. So this, maybe not. I don't know. Did I glue this all together on accident? We'll find out. First of all, let's make it easier to get in there and around these corners. That changes everything. Now, let's see if if it's still such a fight. I think it's my hands. There we go. Come on. It's also pretty tight. Jeez Louise. Okay. Well, I'm obviously not gonna use it for this, because if it's that much of a struggle for me, maybe this goes to here. Maybe I did make the card. Oh yes. Doesn't that look much more like it's gonna fit? Okay, this must be what goes to here. So look I already have the image right there. You pull this out, so it's gonna need a topper on there. Okay, so I don't need to make a tag for that. I just have to finish this. Good to know. Good to know. Here's another little, oh, I used the old time cards. I have a ton of these old time cards that were tossed out where I used to work, and or they were getting tossed out. I was like, wait, wait. So I put scrapbooking paper on there, 2 different kinds, folded up, made a giant thumb punch there, and just rounded the corners on the top. And then this can actually be, I think I was gonna sew along the edges here. So maybe that's obviously, that's gotta be why it's not adhered down. I haven't decided, possibly, maybe fully. So this needs to be on a page, and then we just need a journal card for in there. And then again, it can be a tuck spot on the side or in the back. It could be in the back because it's not too tall, but I think I would go for the side. Yeah, I think the side would be good. So let's see, we've got something on the front cover and then on that front cover, just to kind of try to keep an even balance out with that, which I learned that trick from watching Gayle Augustinelli's channel. I just love her so much. She has been an inspiration to me for my entire journey. Still is. I have a lot of respect for that lady. So let's see. Oh, I think I like that there. Isn't that pretty? And I already have something on there too. So, maybe that'll stay, maybe it won't. I kind of like it on this page though. So, and as she says, I know we take up all the journal space putting things on here, but we're creating more journal space as by putting all these things in here. And it's really to, you know, if you like it. I mean, I don't suspect anybody would purchase one of my journals if they didn't like it. So let's see, so I've got 2 and 2, and then there's these envelopes that I pulled out. I believe my good friend Jamie Mathis gave me these when I was putting these all together, and then I never finished them. So it's kind of the same as that other one, but I mean it's a little bit different where it's got this flap. So I mean it's the same as in the fact that it's got a window, but that doesn't mean I can't use two windows. I have more than 2 windows in my house, and I use them. So I kind of like that. And I like that you can use this forever you want, but it's writing space there. I mean, I think the gray looks fine with this. And I like that I can put it like that, and then it can be a spot. Now, would I put it, which way would I put it? I mean, I could do either way. So if I covered these up, and that up, I could put it this way instead. And then you would still have the picture without any, you wouldn't see anything upside down. And then when you open it up, it would come this way. No, that doesn't make any sense. It would be over here. Okay. Right, and then you'd go like that. We don't know yet. Sandra doesn't know. So I'm just gonna stick it right here. Because I think if I did it, I would do it on this page. Kind of like in the grays together. Like that, so. And then I just don't know for sure if I want to do this. Now, what else is in my little basket here? Here's a bunch of scrapbooking paper that I had and I was just never going to use for whatever reason. So I gave a bunch of it away, and then I also pre-made like all these little pockets, and then, you know, my thumb holes aren't punched in perfectly in the center, but that's okay too. You know, you just learn to work with it. And that's peeling kind of right there, so I don't know if I'd like that. But I think I would probably go for maybe one of the green ones, just because I already have some green in here. It's kind of cute there. I tend to be heavy on the one side here, so let's see. Maybe I'd go over here to this page. And is it on this one right here? Oh, I like that. Okay, we can go with that. And then I just have to figure out what I'm going to do, because I mean, obviously it's not going to be just that plain Jane. Plain, is Jane plain? I don't think. I've never met a plain Jane, really, honestly. My grandma's name is Jane, and she's not very plain. She's not here on this planet with us anymore, but she was not a plain Jane when she was here. So let me see. I don't think there's anything else in this little basket. I'm just kind of looking around in here to see what I was doing. So I had my little bags pulled, so I guess I should pull one of those out, because we'll have to do one of those for the front. I did pull these. See, these are real stiff too. These came from an actual Rolodex thingy or whatever it's called. And I just put those in here. And these were some offcuts of some card. It's not too crazy thick. So I think I pulled those because I thought, oh, I can use these to make the tags in here. Okay, so I'll just put that there. And then what are these? Oh, and then I have all of these that I used on my, this is scrapbooking paper, and I used my Big Shot to cut out all these designs. So, I mean, do they go? Not really. I mean, but they're flowers. I'm going to put those back. I say not right now. And then this is from a Digi kit also. This is something I decoupage. I think I was making this for maybe, I mean, by the looks of it, it could have been that purple or pinkish colored one. But I had pulled a bunch of these that I have in my stash to make these. Now, if you don't have something like this in your stash, you can just cut your, any kind of cardstock. This is a very lightweight one. You can, those folders, you know, that we have a bazillion of. You find them at yard sales and thrift stores. I mean, like for pennies generally. Anyhow, you can just cut them. This is, let's see, all it's cut. It is a. Whoops, let me get all the way on the. Make sure I'm all the way in the camera here. That makes all the difference in the world. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. It's 3 1/4 wide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 1/4 tall. And then the corners are rounded, and this, if you like that look, this is cut with like one of these side cuts. Or you can just round off all your corners. So mine just already came this way in a bunch of file office stuff that I bought at a thrift store. So I was just going with it. However, and you can see, so what I did is I just picked my page that I wanted. I glue sticked this piece right here, and then I just laid it down on the paper that I wanted, although it was that way. So I laid it down on the paper that I wanted, smushed it all down, and then once it dried, I went ahead and just cut the paper extra around it, and I just followed those lines. And then that's how I got that. That's how I did that. So it looks like it's all one piece. It's really lovely like that. I can add to it or not. I feel like this artist has done so much decorative work on this piece right here. It's beautiful. I think like a saying, a sentiment, or for me personally, a bow, something like that, a little cute little something on there would be perfect. And then I'd be done with it. So I'm gonna keep this out and do this. Maybe I'll make a few of those on the next video. I really like that. So let's just pull these out. And I think that's what I'll work on next time. So I do still have this. And like I said, it's pretty thick. I just feel like on a page, it's gonna be so bulky. I just don't know. I'm gonna stick it in here for right now. And I know the envelope, or the little bag, the bag, I think I'm gonna put that on the front also. I do kind of like those on the front. It'll be either there or here. I think it's gonna be here, somewhere in here. And we'll just do that. All right. And then I forgot to see what time it was when I started, so I'm gonna check real quick. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. So, and I know I want this on here, and I think that's gonna be very lovely, just like that. So now I just need to decide on my lace that I want on here. I think this is gonna be the belly band, so I'm thinking that I would like to maybe get some more of this fabric and some lace and do a little fabric flip or other fabric embellishments inside the book. But I want to use that and kind of pull it through out, as well as this lace here, that blue lace. And then if you remember, we made this. So this, I think I'm going to figure out a way to put all of this on here, I think. I really like this on here. And, you know, it may just go like this. I really like that look too. And if that's the case, this may change somewhat. I think that's just kind of a lot. Even for me, that's a lot. Maybe it doesn't need that cardboard. Maybe it just needs a little bit more simplicity. Maybe it doesn't need any of that. So, let's see. No, it needs something. Maybe this isn't the right one. Maybe that's not the right one. I do like this. I feel like that's really pretty. I wonder. Sorry, I'm just taking you along here on my crazy train. So, you know that other journal we did, and we put this on the front cover. I really liked that. I thought that was quite cute, and it's always nice to have like a little fun thing in the very beginning before you even open anything up. Okay, I'm just not getting my lace where I want it. I want that right there, and this right here, just kind of like all over the bag, layering it up. I think that's too big for this if I don't want to cover up that. Yeah, not working, not working. Maybe that's why this got covered up so much. Maybe that wasn't working either. All right, so I do still like this. I think this did not make the cut. But I do think something around here in the front would be kind of cute. Maybe we can attach. I've never done this before, so don't hold me to it. But maybe like attach this on this side and then attach it here, but like a soft closure, or vice versa, you know, something soft where it can be, so obviously would be the back, right? So this would be the part that would be attached, secured, and then this side would be the soft, like, you know, like a button or something, so that there's room to grow, and then it just like attaches and then opens up. Yeah, I think I like that. We'll see. We'll see. There's so many options, but I do think this has to go there. And I just think that this might not be the right glue. Maybe something's just not meshing with me. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on some of these things and get this put together. And I will just see you on the next video. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, and have a crafty day. Bye.